Hey, thanks for joining me for part 3 of my Overwatch character introductions, and we are now on to the final tank, and that is Zarya, however you pronounce her name. This is a serious badass character. Now, I'd like to say that all these characters are my favourites, but this character I am not particularly good with, to be completely honest with you. I can't get into the swing of making her work. I probably because I have not spent enough time playing games with her. But I mean, I've got the basics down, and I'll go through a few bits and pieces with her, and hopefully that can help you to get to grips with her. Now,
Together we are strong.
here we go. Yep. So, right, in the right hands, this character is absolutely lethal, and if you've been following any of the professional games that have been going on with Overwatch, there has been a bit of controversy surrounding Zarya and her a particular person that's playing the character, as they play the character so well that there's been claims of cheating and various other claims made, and it's yeah, it's quite it's surprising. People got seriously salty about this character, and a few games that I've played against her, and yeah, she's just brutal. She really does do some serious damage. Let's have a look at abilities first then. She carries a particle cannon, so your primary attack is a short-range beam weapon, and your alternate attack is a grenade launcher. So let's see how short-range this is. Can't hit the robot from here. So there we go. Now actually does quite a fair amount of damage, although yes, it is short-ranged. Just wait for that other one to repair itself, and then we'll let go with the grenades. Now, not a lot of damage from the grenades, admittedly. I mean, a direct hit does quite a bit, and then a near hit doesn't do quite so much. But if you look at the weapon itself on the right there's a small glowing orb. Now we are basically at our lowest possible charge effectively on the weapon, which is where her abilities come up. Now, you've got a projected barrier, which allows you to create a damage barrier around an ally, and a particle barrier, which allows you to create a damage barrier around you. Now, these are very short-lived barriers, and as it says on the right there, any damage that's blocked by the barriers increases your particle cannon's damage. And this is where she really starts to kick ass. So, let's wait for these guys to repair themselves. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop energy barrier on that one. And I'm going to pop a barrier on myself. And as you can see, they are short-lived. But you can see on the right hand side, my little sphere has grown slightly larger, which now means that I can do more damage. Now let's pop another shield on him. My shield's just run out. Let's wait for these to recharge. I just want to charge this up a bit more. Let's just pop that onto him.
Don't be shy. Hit me.
So now we're going to be doing more damage. From range, again, we're still not getting any ranged. Unfortunately, these guys aren't outputting enough damage to really make this a good show, but... You can see it does slowly charge up. Now if I hit him with a direct hit now, it's slowly draining the weapon and it's returning back to its lower level. But basically the principle is the more damage you take, the bigger that orb gets. Or sorry, the more damage your shield absorbs, the bigger that orb gets and the more damage that you can do. In a game you can absorb huge amounts of damage if you hit the right ally with your shield at just the right time, or pop your own shield at just the right moment. You can absorb huge amounts of damage, and you can get nicely boosted. But for now, unfortunately I can't really show you too much because the amount of damage that's being done in this map isn't particularly very much. Now, we do have another ability.
Ready for battle.
We have our ultimate ability available to us, which is a Graviton Surge. Now, this basically makes like well, it says it's a gravity well. So it's like a gravity mine in that it pulls in anybody that's nearby. So let's wait for these guys to run back in. I fire this here. You can see it's pulled in that robot, pulled in that run. Now whilst they're pulled in there, you can shoot the hell out of them if you want. Throw in grenades or shoot them with your energy beam. Whatever you want to do really. You're going to do damage to them, and your allies will hopefully be doing damage to them as well. So that is really useful, especially if you're trying to take on a point or payload where the enemy are clustered together. You can get several of them stuck into that trap with that mine, and that is a fantastic ability just to do damage. And well, it's not actually doing that much damage, but you know, for you to do damage once they are trapped in it because they can't get away, they are stuck. So bearing in mind everything we've just seen, or the shield, projected barriers and everything like that, you're looking at characters who are going to be doing, well, you want to be looking at fighting characters that do a lot of damage, so you want to be popping your shield, because you can still fight whilst your shields are active. So you're effectively dishing out the damage as you're getting it piled onto your shield, and you're not taking any damage at that point to your health. So you want to probably fight against D.vas. Yeah, D.va's going to be doing a lot of damage. I would say also... oh, I'm trying to think about this actually. I think D.va and a Reaper spring to mind, as does... yeah, because they're going to get up close. They're going to try and do a lot of damage. They do dish out an awful lot of damage, as does a Bastion. So anything that's going to deal out a lot of damage that you can absorb into your shield in a very short period of time to give you that extra boost and extra damage, and you're not going to take any health hit at all whilst that's going on. Winston, again, probably the same thing, because he's going to be doing AoE damage. You're going to want to try and get inside that and take those hits, and Torbjorn as well. Because your grenades are going to be useful against his static turret, as it would be against a static Bastion.
I am the champion.
And you can also absorb the damage, so you can actually stand in their way, absorb the damage and bombard them at the same time and then back out. So that's pretty smart. Genji, because obviously he can't reflect any of your abilities to my knowledge. I don't think you can affect the... don't think you can reflect the grenades either. Which is... yeah, which makes you quite useful against Genji and Winston. So, who do you want to avoid? Well, that's a very good question. From the people that I've seen playing, I wouldn't say anybody, because they just seem to absolutely wreck face with Zarya. But she's probably going to be wanting to avoid characters that are going to stop her from using her abilities. So, you're probably looking at Mei. If Mei gets too close and freezes you, Roadhog if he pulls you in with his hook, you're looking at maybe you probably want to avoid trying to get sniped, because that's probably one thing you're going to have to watch out for. So you probably want to watch out for things like Farah, who's got the height advantage on you, your short range and weapons, and your grenades are going to make it extremely hard for you to hit Farah, and Widowmaker, because she's going to be so far away that you're going to struggle to get hits on her, and she's just going to try and snipe you and take you out, as probably as a Hanzo as well. So that's it for, I think, for Zarya. As I say, well, I'm not particularly the greatest with her. I have seen people wreck face, but you know, that's other people, that's not me. But we'll see what we can do for a we can see what we do for the next section, and we'll try and show her off in a real game. See you in a sec. So here we go, a match as Zarya. Keep an eye on the weapon in the bottom right, so you should see that charge up with the damage that I take from the, or absorb with the shields. So I think there's somebody up the top there with I'm not sure who the character is, but there's definitely somebody over there to the left. So shield is popped. Took some damage. You can see the weapon starts to charge up a little. Popping the shield on my ally there. There's another enemy Zarya. Obviously I back off with my attack because I don't really want to be fueling her weapon damage and not my own. Again she's there with the shield, so again trying to back off. Try to pop out some damage again. I've got to put myself in positions where I can take hits to my shield whilst being able to do damage whilst it's up. Again, Zarya's got her shield up, so I try not to get involved. I should have run out by now, so I try to get involved myself. I'm now behind Reinhardt's shield, so I'm going to pop in my own barrier. Try to do some damage to Reaper on the side there. Unfortunately, her ultimate was ready before mine, and I get stuffed by the ultimate. But you know, that's what's happening. So, through some extras teleporter. Not sure where that was going to bring me out. This is the first time I've used it. So they managed to hold the front line whilst we've been coming back in. Again, we're back. Same drill as usual. Zarya is popping her ability, doing damage. I'm just sitting back and waiting and trying to avoid actually giving her any extra bonuses. Popping my own barrier. We're having a bit of a laser fight with another Zarya again. Oh, that was a close one. So I put my barrier, she had her barrier up, so we both kind of stopped shooting each other and both backed off.
Just a scratch.
So I managed to get a good barrier there on one of my teammates, which gives me a nice big buff to my damage. So my ultimate's now available. I pop one, they pop their one. It's all a horrible mess. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly who died and who didn't in that match. It was a bit of a chop-chop situation. So we're beginning a long walk back.
Get in there.
Seems there's only a couple of our teammates actually there at the moment, but the enemy hasn't made it to the point just yet. There we go, they're now contesting, so we're now charging in. There's a bit of Zarya and take an ultimate in the face from Hanzo. So try to back around the side to try and get their Mercy. Managed to kill the Mercy and push the Reaper back off the point. Hanzo's still being a problem up the top there. Not too much I can do about it though, other than try and pop a few shots. My shield was unfortunately down, so not much more I could do there. Reaper just polishing me off really.
Give me another shot.
So they're going to get point A. Yawn. So we're now defending point 2 or objective B. Someone's just popped their ultimate, and somebody else has just popped their ultimate. This is a Zarya Reaper combo, and everybody on my team looks like they're currently dead, except me and one other guy. And he's not doing too well at the moment. So I'm going to try to give a little bit of supporting fire. In they come, trying not to do damage to them again, putting my own shield up, but ultimately get slaughtered.
I am still in the fight.
Helden sterben nicht.
Didn't come to Hanzo's ultimate again. We're going to try and take out Mercy if possible. There we There we go, Mercy taken care of. Now we're going to have to deal with Mara. Now you can see my gun is pretty well charged now on the right hand side. It can be charged even more than that. So we're going to pop a few shots. Unfortunately he's out of range, so it's a bit of a waste, but still worth a go. There we go. Up close and personal. Nothing you can do about that. So I'm now waiting to see if someone's going to come in this way. I was hoping Roadhog was going to go down there and absorb a lot of punishment, but unfortunately he didn't. So I can see there's somebody below me. It's a case of trying to find a good way round to get to them.
Get in there.
Shielded Roadhog again. Got my ultimate ready, but just really need to find a way of putting it to good use. So I've used up most of my charge that I've had from Vito's last attack. Here again they're coming in, they're basically swapping around, shielding themselves or each other. Trying to do a bit of disruption here, there's where I'm trying to stop them to charge in. Managed to get a kill, pop my own shield. Don't get much out of it though, but it's worth a go. Ouch, that would have been Tracer's ultimate. Probably stuck to the back of my head, I imagine. Yep, looked like it was stuck directly to the back of my head.
Practice makes perfect.
So you can see Hanzo's across the far side there. Our Bastion's on there, not really able to hit him I don't think at the moment. So I shield Bastion, try and keep him healthy and alive. Give him the opportunity to return fire. And we've got Hanzo who's trying to come up behind us. I think he actually popped his ultimate there, but unfortunately he didn't really get much out of it. Now he got himself a Bastion or something maybe.
My will is unbroken.
So trying to take their Mercy down again because we don't really want these respawns. Resurrections. We'll make my way around the side here and get back onto the point. Try and do a little bit of damage as I can. Got my shield. Works out quite well. Get a bit of a buff.
Barriers on you. Go.
Take out Hanzo again. I think you'd learn by now, wouldn't you? So I've just seen somebody go past me on the right there, but I needed a bit of help. See Mercy, trying to take Mercy out again. I don't think I actually got the kill to finish her, but somebody else did, which is good. Oh, ultimate in the face.
Just like in training.
So I managed to keep them off the point just about. So it's kind of working for us at the moment. Only 30 seconds left to go.
30 seconds remaining.
And they come again. Pop a few grenade shots out. I mean, there's not too much I can say here really. I mean, it's just the same sort of thing. Shield somebody, absorb the damage that they would take, turn it into extra weapon power for yourself, shield yourself, do the same thing. Rinse and repeat. And if you do it well, like theirs are, you'll be pretty well shielded for quite a long period of time. There we go, we have victory, which is good. We like victory.
Play of
Oh,
the
nice
game.
Symmetra play of the game. Nice.
Justice reigns from above. Готовности. Will.